Hey guys, it's Andokiller here, back at you with another video, and this is going to be a little bit of an interesting video. I got this idea of this. I'm not sure if it's going to be a series. It depends upon if you guys like it. Please comment down if you guys like it, but I had this idea that I would do a complete base analysis. That means what strategies I would attack it with, what strategies it is weak to, what are the pros and cons of this base, and the layout, and commentate about that. I haven't really seen any YouTuber do it, so I hope it is unique. Now, for the first base, I'm going to be analyzing our Clan War opponent B13 Yazo, because I'll be attacking him, and I just want to show you a little bit how I think when I view this base. So this base, as you can see from the first glimpse, is not at all symmetrical. This is confusing for most people because they're used to nice symmetrical bases. You can see it as air defenses pretty nicely separated. They're kind of in a square. The mortars are kind of in a triangle. These wizard towers, there can be a better placement on them. They're kind of exposed and will get wrecked pretty much. Then he has his Expos. This Expo is level 3 Expo, but it's thrown right on the side of the base. I would not do that. At Town Hall 9, your Expos are your most valuable defense, so I would put him inside right here with the Town Hall. His second Expo is pretty nicely positioned. It is probably in ground mode, so it cannot shoot up at flying troops. Now the cannons and archers are pretty nicely upgraded. You can see it goes all around the base. Cannon, archer, cannon, archer, cannon, archer, cannon, and then archer. Now, if you see attacking this base, it'll be pretty easy to get a 50% because he has all these buildings on the outside. Now, this is a Clan War base, so this isn't his actual base. But attacking this base, let's go through the most famous strategies. Now, if I used a mass dragon attack strategy, what I would probably do is I would probably go from the side where the town hall is the closest. So I think, in my opinion, I would attack from this top left side. What I would do is I would drop a few dragons right here to clear out that side buildings, and then my main force of dragons right here, so they could enter in and take out that town hall. Now as spells, I would either bring 3 lightning spells and 1 rage spell, or all rage spells, or 3 lightning spells and 1 heal spell. 3 rage spells and 1 heal spell. The 3 lightning spells I would use to take out either this air defense or this air defense, and the 1 rage spell to get them pink and mad. If I used a heal spell, I would use it so that some of the dragons wouldn't go down. This base is pretty well defended, I have a feeling, against an all-dragon attack if you are unexperienced. But for an experienced player, it would be an easy town hall. It would be pretty easy to get the town hall, and then you just have to drop a few archers on the outside to get that remaining 50%. Let's go to the second strategy, which would be a go wipe. Now, with a go wipe, you use P.E.K.K.A.s, not witches. And with that composition, I would probably choose also this left upper side, because you can see the golems and P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards would only need to get through 1 wall to access that town hall compartment, and from there would be able to spread out nicely. And that would be also an easy 2-star. If I only got the town hall, then I would be able to, as I said before, drop a few archers on the outside to get that 2-star, that 50%. Now, the second attack strategy is a go wee wee, and for this is a little different from the go wipe because you use witches. And for the go wee wee, you want to look at the part of the base where it's the most open. So either I would attack from this bottom left or from this top left, as I said before. I would drop my 2 golems, followed up by a few wizards to clear the other buildings out, and then I would enter with my witches, and they can totally wreck this base. With the Hog Rider strategy, the next strategy is the Hog Rider strategy. This base is actually interesting because Here you can see there are 4 spaces, I think. 1, 2, or only 3 spaces. So it doesn't have a double bomb trap, which is really good. The only place I think a double bomb trap could be inside of the base is by this archer tower. So this base is also pretty vulnerable to hogs, and maybe you might be looking at a possible 3-star with hog riders. So with hog riders, I would have brought, like, I think 4 heal spells to keep them up, and I would have brought a few archers to back them up and to take out the buildings. So this base is pretty vulnerable to a lot of attacks. Now let's talk about the last most famous attack strategy, Lavalunian. I'm not yet that experienced in Lavalunian. To be honest, I have never used it, but I have seen it used enough times. So it doesn't really matter, I think, which side you attack from with the Lavalunian, because if the air defenses are nicely spaced out throughout the base, so I would attack from this bottom right, because my lava hounds, when I would place them down, they would go nicely on these 2 air defenses and focus all the damage, while my balloons and minions could take out these buildings. The reason I would also attack from this side is the minions behind would have enough free percents to get the 50% if I only got the town hall. So that's all for this base. If you're liking it so far, please leave a like down in the video and comment if you like this type of video. I'm really not sure what the feedback will be. I hope it'll be mostly positive. I enjoy doing this type of videos, and it's kind of me sharing my Clash of Clans knowledge with you and trying to get you guys to be a better Clash of Clans player. Now the second base I'm going to be analyzing is I can't really read that name, sorry. This is a very different type of base. It is more open, as you can see. So in the end, I think it would be more vulnerable to a go wee wee, where your witches would more freely roam around the bases. Looking at the base, it has a nice placement of the expos right next to the town hall, though if I was a town hall 10 and had a freeze spell, it would be easily accessible by 1 freeze spell. So I would place them a little bit further from each other. The air defenses are nicely centralized in the middle in kind of a square, in a rectangle. The mortars are all around the base, 2 in the middle and 2 on the sides. I would draw these mortars out a little bit more to the side of the base, so they can destroy like barbarians and archers that are used to destroy my clan castle. The clan castle is not accessible from outside of the base, which is a really good feature in this base, so you can't draw it out. You have to destroy the clan castle with a lightning spell during your raid, which might confuse you with your other spell placements. The king and queen are okay placement, decent placement. They're not in the middle compartment, but they'll still be able to draw the troops towards them, and not so the troops won't focus on the town hall. Now, let's go to the strategies I would use to attack this base. If I used a mass dragon, I'm not sure if it would go that well because all the air defenses are in the middle, but I'm sure it's possible to get at least a 2-star. Not quite sure if it's possible with level 3 dragons, but with level 4, I bet it would be a walk in the park. The way I would do it is probably I would bring 3 rage spells and 2 heal spells, and I would follow through from this bottom where this king is, so I wouldn't have to deal with the queen. So as before, I would drop 2 dragons and 2 dragons here to clear out the buildings, and then drop my main force of dragons and a rage spell and rage spells to the middle, so they can ultimately clutch that town hall. Now with the go wipe, this base would be actually, I think, also pretty vulnerable too, because I bet this base is pretty much focused on traps, since you see all these openings in his base, and the P.E.K.K.A.s and the golems are invulnerable to traps because they're too heavy to trap off, to be sprung off the map. So with go wipe, I would probably go through one of the bottoms. It depends if I would want to deal with the king or the queen, but you want to get the heroes out of the raid as soon as possible so they don't mess up your other raid. He probably has 2 Teslas here, which I would drop a jump spell so the P.E.K.K.A.s could access the middle compartment and would totally destroy the Teslas and the middle compartment and the town hall. Now, for GoWiwi, this base is also pretty vulnerable too, because the witches would roam freely, so I would do the same thing. I would probably attack from the left bottom or the right bottom, drop my golems, wizards to follow them up so they can take out the buildings on the outside, and then follow up with my main damage dealing troops, witches. With the Hog Rider, I'm not sure if I would take this base on with a Hog Rider because it has a lot of nifty compartments where that double mega bomb trap can be, and they just annihilate hogs. So hogs, this base is pretty well defended against. And Lavalunian, I'm pretty sure all Town Hall 9s are very vulnerable to Lavalunian. If you get a really good placement of your lava hounds and your lava and your balloons, I'm sure you might be able to clutch a 3-star on this base. As to which side to attack from, I would probably go at it from the top, so I would drop my balloons and then 2 lava hounds so they could focus these air defenses and draw the damage to themselves and not to the balloons, and then follow up with my minions. I would also attack from the top because the wizard towers on the outside wouldn't pose that much of a threat that way. Also about this base, the wizard tower placements is pretty exposed, so not that good of a wizard tower placement. Now, that will be all for this video. I did 2 complete base reviews. I'm really interested in how you guys view this video. If you liked it, please leave feedback on it, positive or negative. I like both. I like constructive criticism. Even playing criticism is okay by me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and leave a comment. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter with your friends so I can get my content out to more people. And thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.